really, really out of desperation. I mean, what happened was is that Bill, who started as a director on the Katzenjammer thing, then he was taken off of it when they brought in Harmon Ising again, Rudy Ising and Harmon, and that bombed out. And pretty soon we were sitting there in a room. He ended up in a room with me as storymen with no stories to do. So one time I said, why don't we do a cartoon of our own while we're sitting here, you know? So we set the pattern for the way it was going to work out. What I began doing was laying out a story and writing the story as I went along and drawing it, setups, close-ups, pan, figures. And I did the whole thing like that. And as I was doing that, Bill was timing it. He was taking my I was laying out the picture. This is not storyboard. This is actually layout sketches, pans, and the whole thing. And I was doing it all. We decided to do a cat and a mouse, which had been done 4,000 times before that. It was about as original as my foot, you know. Nevertheless, I wanted to do cat and mouse because, number one, the minute you see a cat and mouse on the screen, you know there's conflict. And you got chase. And I loved that whole idea. So we designed a cat and a mouse. And people were saying, oh, all those dumb ideas. I mean, you know, where's the purple giraffe, you know, and the pink hippopotamus? Take the most normal characters in the world and most establish a cat and a mouse. So we started doing it. I remember the sketches as I made them as I sit here. I remember the first sketch was a close-up of a mouse running like crazy, full speed, eyes squinting, his tail is off scene. And then you move the camera back and the cat is laying there with his finger on his tail. That was opening shot. The cartoon was called Puss Gets the Boot. And what we did was we shot those drawings. Bill timed them and we shot them under the camera. Then most of the studio came in to see it. And they fell on the floor. I mean, the gags went over so great that Quimby, who was he was seeing the whole thing sinking, suddenly said, hey, you know what I mean? So what happened was that cartoon got nominated for an Academy Award. That was the first one we ever did. In the meantime, Quimby, in his wisdom, said, don't make any more of them. He says, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. He used to lish me like that. So we made a couple of turkeys. We did Gallopin' Gals, Swing Social. And then a letter came from Texas from one of the big distributors, a woman called Bessa Short. And her letter said, when am I ever going to see another one of the wonderful cat and mouse cartoons? Ooh, hey, fellas, let's make some more cat and mouse cartoons. And we decided very unoriginal names, Tom and Jerry. And then you later find out it didn't make a difference what the name was. If the thing is a success, you're at home. There was no discussion about them not speaking. I mean, you see, first of all, I'm a big fan of Chaplin's, and everything I saw of him, most anything, was no voice. And a lot of it, we were raised in that era of not speaking. And also, I found out that with a cat and mouse, you really didn't have to speak because that was chase all the time, gags and chase, Chaplin-esque type of gag. He was brilliant at it, you know. So there was no discussion about it. We ended up with call it Tom and Jerry. We got this great reaction.